Hello, my name is Andrew Faber, and I am the owner and founder of Change the World Schools. I'd like to start with a story that happened about 13 years ago. It happened at the first school that I ever worked at, and it was with pre-kindergarten, which is about 4 or 5 years old if you aren't a teacher. I received a particular child in my classroom, and she was stubborn. That was the nicest way to put it. Very, very stubborn. It was very, very apparent that she got her way all the time at home, and it was something that was a very difficult thing for her to transition to school. And in every classroom, she had a very hard time with this transition. She was in my homeroom, so this affected me more than anyone else, but I was determined to help this girl out. She needed something that was not a traditional classroom approach, and so I began each morning with a 15-minute long discussion with her, talking about possible problems throughout the day and even presenting her problems that I knew was manageable and small, but something that she could deal with. For example, if she had a math class where she sat in a certain chair, I would tell her that she was going to be sitting in a different chair at that particular class. Things that I knew she would be able to handle. And if she ever had issues with dealing with it, we practiced this strategy of taking a deep breath. And I even had the sign to help her relax. And this sign was something that was used so that other children wouldn't know what was going on, but she could still practice this strategy. It was a difficult year, but the thing that I really remember was the end of the year when we had our music performance. Usually there's about 400 audience members that come to this performance. The teachers, the students, we all spend months of preparation. And during this time, this child was always given a red and blue tambourine as part of the practice for her part in the show. During the day of the performance, she got on stage, and the music teacher by accident gave her a black and white tambourine instead. You could see her eyes widening in horror and the buildup of emotion that was coming. And she looked over off stage where I was, and the only thing I could think to do was to give her the sign. And you could see that she took a deep breath and she carried on in her performance. I remember this moment as if it was yesterday, and it is a moment that I will carry with me for the rest of my life, because this great achievement happened because this child needed something more than just a traditional approach. She needed a place where she could deal with real life problems. I will answer this question by telling you yet another story. Many years ago, I was teaching first grade, and I was looking for a creative way to manage the classroom. A common tactic for that age group is the green light, yellow light, red light system. For those who are not aware, this is a system where all the students start at the green light at the beginning of the day, and then as some students may get into trouble, they move up to the yellow light, and if they continue to get in trouble, they would even go up to the red light. I wanted to create my own management system, and as I was creating it, I kept in mind that I wanted it to be similar to real life. The management system that I created eventually evolved into a simulation that not only managed the students' behavior, but it also taught them about money management, the political system of democracy, and even the importance of voting and taxes. This simulation brought excitement to the learning process, of course, but it also introduced some very real concepts that they would be able to use in their very real future. So, what is the need? The need right now is a new way of presenting education. Numerous students are graduating high schools and colleges with degrees and information that end up being irrelevant to the problems they face in the real world. Young adults know how to do basic algebra, but they don't know how to create a proper budget. They know about the history of their country, but they don't know the 30 basic human rights. They know how to do a science fair project, but they don't know how to use the scientific method to solve problems in their homes without hiring someone. We need teaching practices where students are given a practical education in which they can bring the school world and the real world together. What is our vision? Our vision is to change the world one person at a time, specifically through the educational institution, to bring that school world and that real world closer together. We need supporters or partners of all kinds. Partners who can share ideas that align with our vision. Partners who can help network our school with the community. And of course, partners in financial assistance. Today, we are coming to you to ask for your support in financial aid as we begin this great journey. We need financial assistance to take care of our starting costs so that we can supply the following in the months ahead: rent, furniture, salaries, curriculum, and even advertising. These costs will eventually be covered by tuition, but as a startup school, we will need some of these costs covered before the tuition comes in. Currently, for our 2022-2023 school year, we are running after-school activities such as acting and Lego robotics classes. We're also offering tutoring and small group lessons as well. By the end of November and into the beginning of December, we will start advertising our school for registration for the 2023-2024 school year. This will also be when we open up the registration in the website as well. Mid to late January of 2023 is when we are going to start looking for a building to move into. By March, we are hoping that we'll be able to move into that building and begin furnishing it. Between March and July, we're going to be hosting open houses, having tours, social events. We're also going to continue the after-school activities and tutoring as well. On top of all that, we're also going to use this time to look for our future teaching staff. Starting in July, we will invite our teaching staff to the school to do their professional development and to prepare their classrooms. September of 2023 is when we will officially open and begin our first day of this new school year. So there it is. If you would like to be a supporter of this great school, there is a link somewhere around us that you'll be able to click on and donate. If you would like to learn more about our vision, or you have a question about our school, you can visit our website, or you may contact us via email or phone number, and all that information should be somewhere around this video as well. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have a great day. Bye now.